Hello everyone! We are back with a new video in our Skyrim lore series. In this video, we will be discussing one of our strongest allies in the battle against Skyrim's ancient dragon, Alduin, none other than the ancient dragon Paarthurnax, referred to as the Old One by the Greybeards. This powerful and sacred dragon is one of the most profound and significant characters in the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. The wisdom he imparts through his dialogue and the philosophy underlying his words are some of the most captivating elements of the Skyrim game. Sit back and enjoy the journey we're about to take into the story of this ancient dragon. If you enjoy Skyrim lore videos, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Enjoy! Paarthurnax is a meditative dragon residing on the throat of the world, skywards of High Hrothgar. From here, he serves as the leader of the Greybeards, who are fiercely protective of him. Paarthurnax, called the Old One by other Dove. Despite dragons being immortal, Paarthurnax shows clear signs of great age, including tattered skin on his wings and tail, broken and chipped horns and chin spikes, dulled color in his skin and eyes, and several teeth missing. During the Dragon War, Paarthurnax served as lieutenant to Alduin, and they were supposedly close allies. Paarthurnax himself counts Alduin as a brother. During his time as lieutenant, he is said to have committed several atrocities against mankind, despite also being the one who turned the tide in the favor of men. It was Paarthurnax who taught the first tongues, Gormleth Golden Hilt, Hakon One Eye, and Feldir the Old to turn the tide in the Dragon War. Despite Paarthurnax claiming he did this after Alduin's false proclamation of godhood, Nordic legends say Paarthurnax was sent by Kine to teach men the Thu'um. After leaving and secluding himself atop the throat of the world, he was able to overcome his draconic instincts by practicing a philosophy invented by Jurgen Windcaller known as the Way of the Voice. After the construction of High Hrothgar, Paarthurnax became the Grand Master of the Greybeards, but remained in seclusion at the peak of the throat of the world. Paarthurnax also recalls visiting the captured dragon, Numinex, in Dragon's Reach around the First Era. Even long after the Dragon War, few but the Greybeards trust him, partly because of his race, but mostly because of his past. Especially distrustful of the dragon are the Blades, Delphine and Esbern, who wish him dead. Despite this, Paarthurnax, who thinks of himself as being only what Father Akatosh made him to be, willingly shares his knowledge with Dovahkiin and remains hospitable even in the face of death. His name can be separated into 3 words in the dragon language. Paarthurnax, meaning ambition, overlord, cruelty. Surprisingly, he only knows the fire breath shout. He may greet you with
Dremjol Lock, greetings,
or
speak, I will listen.
Exiting dialogue will have him say either
Sum Arkmora,
or
Lock Thum.
In Merethic era, Paarthurnax claims it was Alduin's false claim of godhood that turned him against his older brother. However, Nordic legend states that it was Kine herself who intervened and sent Paarthurnax to assist mankind. Either way, Paarthurnax, along with several other dragons, betrayed their former master and taught to mankind to use the Thu'um. Mankind eventually prevailed, and Alduin was banished from Mundus. After the Greybeards teach the Clear Skies shout to the Dragonborn, they use it to approach the summit of the throat of the world, seeking Paarthurnax for information on the location of an Elder Scroll. Paarthurnax is not surprised when the Dragonborn is confused over his form as a dragon. When this is mentioned, he replies with, "I am as my father Akatosh made me." He teaches the Dragonborn the Fire Breath shout. If the first word has already been learned, he will teach the second, and if the first and second words have been learned, he will teach the third one. He can also help the Dragonborn to meditate on their shouts, giving them additional perks depending on the word chosen. After the Dragonborn recovers the Elder Scroll from the Tower of Mizark and reads it at the Time Wound, Paarthurnax helps the Dragonborn in defeating Alduin. After the latter escapes to Sovngarde, Paarthurnax will devise a plan to capture a dragon in Dragon's Reach to find out where Alduin has gone. After the Blades learn that Paarthurnax aided Alduin during the Dragon War, they seek to kill him. When the Dragonborn mentions that Paarthurnax betrayed Alduin, the Blades will state that this simply means that he has the ability to betray them and others as well. If he is not killed, he appears for a small speech in the Epilogue. This quest will not go away until the Dragonborn kills him, or until the Greybeards are sought out afterwards. Sitting at their table at High Hrothgar, they will give the Dragonborn a debriefing on their excursion to Sovngarde and battle against Alduin, and they will hint at their fate and future accomplishments. If Paarthurnax was not killed at the request of the Blades, he appears at the throat of the world in this quest, which is immediately after Sun sends the Dragonborn back to Mundus upon completion of the final quest, Dragonslayer. Despite Alduin's defeat, Paarthurnax is struck with grief, as he is not happy that Alduin has fallen, since he still considers him as his brother. Nevertheless, he notes that Alduin's defeat was necessary. Paarthurnax then speaks of his intent on bringing the Way of the Voice to all dragons and flies off. However, he can still be found perched on the mountain's word wall at any given time, and will still aid the Dragonborn in meditating on shouts. Although Paarthurnax behaves at this point like an essential character, it is possible to kill him after meditating upon a shout, but a powerful poison of lingering damage health will be needed to overcome his healing rate. At such point, the Dragonborn may return to Delphine at Skyhaven Temple to further their progress on the Blades' quests. We've reached the end of the story of Skyrim's ancient dragon, Paarthurnax, also known as the Old One. If you'd like to see more lore videos like this related to Skyrim, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you in our next journey through the vast lands of Skyrim. Goodbye!